Commissioner for Public Affairs and Civic Education. Oh my, I think the connection dropped there. We would have to re-establish the connection so we could have this conversation and have it well. Just for some clarity, we want to understand what really is happening. Because yesterday as well, he mentioned that there are evidence or facts to prove that the voters register has been collected. So we will be dealing with the facts, we will be dealing with the evidence, and we will be talking for development. So I'm trying to reestablish connection with my guest. Hopefully we reconnect. Joining us right now is the Commissioner for Public Affairs and Civic Education, RSIEC. Welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right. So quickly, because you've dealt with this matter before, we'll just focus on the evidence you are recorded saying that RSIEC has, because you responded to INEC yesterday saying RSIEC has got evidence. Can you, because you're not in the studio, can you explain to us what, the evidence is like? When did you get this document? How did you get this document? And is it possible you got the document without the knowledge of the REC?
Thank you. Good afternoon, listeners. I have said this severally, that as an organization that is a product of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, under the leadership of a retired judge in Rivers State, the Honorable Justice Adolphus Enebeli, DSS-RS retired. The 6th Commission is a responsible commission, a responsive commission that is bounded by the laws of the land. The implication of getting this register outside INEC is well understood, and we cannot in all good conscience embark on such a venture. Sometimes in July 2023, in fact, the communication started all the way from about the month of June or thereabouts, up till October last year. We opened up communication channel between RSIEC and INEC with a view to getting that register preparatory for the local government election. Now there are two requests relating to that. Now, subject to that particular demand we made, INEC now wrote us back. We have evidence of that, wrote us, requesting, granting permission for us to come the parley between RSIEC and INEC, right in the office of the resident electoral commissioner. In that meeting, he has about 4 of his directors and himself. Then the RSIEC chairman was there, 2 commissioners, and our administrative secretary was there. It was in that meeting that the request was granted, approval was granted, and in that same meeting, the REC directed officers to do the needful. After that meeting, a couple of days, one of the staff there came to our research office and submitted to us a compendium of what and unit in Rivers State. Now, the copy of the register is it is something that more than three rooms, maximum rooms, big rooms, it will swallow it, and then you will see looking for space. So on that day, they requested that we give them money to photocopy it. And finally, that didn't work. And so we requested for this copy. Now, what was handed down to us after that meeting was the software. And as I speak, we have record of that meeting.
Sorry, I was going to ask if, now you mentioned records, I was going to ask if that meeting was minuted. Usually when meetings like that happen, there are minutes written. And if it was minuted, and if you have a copy of, the minutes of that meeting.
Yes, of course, it was minuted. That's why we went there with the administrative secretary of our commission. And they also had their own people there. So minutes was taken. Apart from that minute that was taken, he cannot deny the audio recording of what happened. We have both the audio and we have also the video of that evidence. But as I'm speaking now, this is not what I'm going to put to public. It is a matter of their word against our word. I want to tell Rivers people that we cannot go and get that register from any other source. As I'm speaking with you, people, electorates are going to their unit. We have tested all the register across the units in the state for them to go and check their names and look at where their number and all the rest fell under. That is already there. And when you go there, these are originals. You only get certified true copy stamp on a document if that document is photocopied. You can't give somebody, a soft copy, and then you are expecting or you are saying that there should be what you call certified true copy. You don't stamp soft copy of a document. So it's that soft copy they gave to us that we went ahead to print it out, and that is the register. Confirmed. There is no one addition there, nothing that was also removed from it. That same 2023 updated voters register. That is what we have. And they gave it to us.
Okay.
They gave it to us.
Okay. Before I get to, because I've been wondering, a lot of people have been asking as well. Before we get to that question, could it be, this is just me thinking, and I like to ask, questions of probabilities. Could it be that the REC has forgotten? Have you tried to interact with INEC to remind them of such meetings sometime last year? Have you done that? Has RSIEC done that? Let's put it that way.
I didn't get you quite clear. It's not clear from this end. Can you repeat?
I was asking, there is the possibility that maybe, just maybe, the REC may have forgotten of such a meeting sometime last year. Have you been able to, write or relate or parley with INEC to remind them of such meetings sometime last year with proof and evidence?
Well, this issue of their denial came up just on the 30th of this month. Okay. And it is quite shocking. We never envisaged that they will come open to deny the fact that they gave us that register. So, but like as I'm saying now, it is a subject of maybe whatever the court anybody to look at this matter critically. Now, the letter we wrote to them seeking for an audience, and the reply they gave to us approving that audience, it is there, it is there, it is there. It is with research. So, we never envisaged that this will come. Perhaps we may have forgotten. But I asked again, from the 1st of July, that we declared the process of the election starting. We declared it through that stakeholders meeting from the 1st of July. Okay. We have July, we have August, we have September. Now, it has been there, and I have been on several stations, several media houses and their bodies to state this categorically, that we already have the voters registers in our hands before the litany of litigation around it. I want to also point it very clear that that register was given to us, it is with us, and we are going to conduct the elections with it. If there is any other afterthought from anybody, well, that is the person's cup of tea in any case. But what I am telling the listeners here is that we got that register from them and we passed through due process. I also had I had his press release. He did not deny the fact that there was communication between the correspondence between us and them. Thank God for that. In part, that has also vindicated us. So what stalled the conclusion of it is what he did not tell us. What he did not tell the public is what stalled it. The matter was a foregone conclusion. We have completed everything. That is why they never reacted to what we have been saying from 1st July. In fact, we wouldn't have declared the date of the election if we were not in possession of the voters register.
Okay, so that brings me to a very important question, and I think you should educate me and many other people listening as Commissioner, Public Affairs and Civic Education RSIEC. How important, because the argument has been raging for so long, how important is this voters register? Can RSIEC conduct the election without these voters register?
The voters register, by law, by the Electoral Act, and by all extant law, is a property of Independent National Electoral Commission. And by the law that establishes State Independent Electoral Commission, it is mandatory that INEC should hand over the voters register to CIEC for the conduct of the local government poll. You know that the conduct of the local government poll is not the responsibility of INEC. It is the responsibility of State Independent Electoral Commission. Across the state, all other elections that were done at the local government level